Trapped, battered, and on the brink of being claimed, Thomas Blackwood faces the ancient entity that uses the fog to lure souls to the deep. Tonight, on Echoes from the Edge, the ultimate battle for his mind and his very existence begins in the heart of the storm. Thomas was cornered. The fog pressed against the lighthouse, a solid wall of malevolent white. Inside, it swirled, dense and chilling, coalescing into vaguely human-like forms that shimmered at the edges of his vision. He gripped the cold metal of his logbook, his last tether to reality. The entity's final push was a relentless wave of illusions. His sister's pleading voice, the desperate cries of drowning sailors, the comforting warmth of a phantom fire. It pulled at his mind, urging him to surrender, to walk into the depths below. He understood now. This being thrived not just on the physical act of drawing victims, but on the emotional release of their final moments, absorbing their despair, their surrender, into its vast, cold essence. His weapon wasn't strength, but resistance to temptation and the primal will to live. Thomas fought back with raw defiance. He slammed his fist against the logbook, asserting his tangible presence. He screamed defiance into the swirling mist, his voice hoarse but real. He focused on the steady thrum of the lighthouse machinery, the mechanical heart of his purpose, refusing to let it be drowned out. He remembered an old keeper's trick, passed down through generations. In the thickest fogs, when the light itself felt weak, some would burn specific, strong-smelling fuels in old lamps, believing the scent could cut through the sensory overload. Desperate, Thomas found an old, pungent oil from a forgotten storeroom. He lit a small lamp, letting the acrid smoke fill the air. The fog within the lighthouse reacted violently. The shadowy forms contorted, shrinking from the sharp, earthy scent. The illusions wavered, dissolving like smoke. A piercing shriek, not of sound, but of chilling psychic intensity, ripped through his mind, forcing him to his knees. The pervasive chill intensified, then rapidly retreated, pulled back as if by an unseen current. The fog outside remained dense, but it was no longer malevolent. The insidious whispers ceased. The luring illusions were gone. Thomas was alone again, the silence of the lighthouse settling. But this time, it was a profound, exhausted peace, not a hungry void. He never left the lighthouse. He became a living testament to the encounter, his eyes holding a depth that spoke of battles fought in the grey. The fog still came, a frequent visitor to Cape Disappointment, but it was just weather now. Thomas Blackwood had faced the ultimate deception, and through sheer will, he had resisted the fog's deadly embrace. His story, whispered along the coast, became a new echo on the edge of the world.